Ba-dum-ba-ba-ba, the death trap, the death trap.
Oh, you betcha. It's episode 37 of the Death Trap podcast.
Welcome back to the show that makes you want to slap yo mama.
Did you see that's the hot sauce we have?
No.
We have literally a hot sauce in the fridge called Slap Yo Mama hot sauce.
Yeah.
It's so hot you'll slap yo mama.
We're recording this on Father's Day, so
Yeah.
you have permission to slap yo mama today. If
Yeah,
you're a
dude.
father,
If you're a father.
you can
Yeah, if
slap
she-
yo mama.
If she gave you children.
Exactly. You just slap
Jesus.
yo mama. It's slap yo mama day.
Happy Slap Yo Mama Day, or as we like to call it, Father's Day.
It's happy. Every single mother gets to be like, I'm technically a father
Mm-hmm.
too, so it's my day.
Did you celebrate Father's Day as Mother's Day?
What do you mean?
Like, would you do Mother's Day, like Mother's stuff on Father's Day?
What do you mean?
I feel like I'm saying it clearly, but I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like with your mom.
On Father's Day?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you just said that. I didn't know.
Oh, no, that's just something a lot of like single trashy
Oh.
women will say. Like just to like get like an extra day or like more credit.
No, you
know
said
what
that.
I mean?
So I was like, oh, this is like a thing I didn't know about that I thought you did. So I
No,
was
that's
like
a thing.
confused.
No,
Oh, okay.
that's a thing people do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing people do. They'll claim it. You know what I mean? Even though there's
Really?
not like a lot of day. Yeah. How have
Weird.
Have you lived?
Not much.
I don't think so. I feel like like I said, it's a trashy women thing. So I feel like I've been in like server and restaurant industry for so long. So it's a
okay.
lot of women. You know what I mean? There's a lot of those kind of women. A lot of hairdressers. They'll claim Father's Day.
Dude, hairdressers.
Yeah.
If you're single fellas and you're looking to have a good time,
Mm-hmm.
check out a hairdresser.
Yep. Hairdresser was the new flight attendant, and now nurse is the new hairdresser. They just find a way to keep these jobs that I want. I want to do hair.
I want to not do that, actually.
I want to do hair.
No, you don't. I know we're supposed to yes and, but there's no... You want to do hair.
I do want to do hair, but I just think like
You want to be the Zohan?
No, it's one of those things where I think it's like after like
The Johan?
a week of doing it, you would not want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like some people will come in with some nasty hair, dude. That's gross.
Plus,
You gotta
like,
touch people.
dude, I don't know. You like work at a restaurant, and if someone's like, "Hey, this pizza isn't good enough," you can like see the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if a haircut, they're like, "This isn't what I ordered." It's like, how do you prove it?
Hey, man.
You know?
We'll try again next time. I just like that after a haircut's done, there's not a lot that could be done. If it's too short, you're just like, well, why don't you
Dude.
go ahead and get out of here and write a bad review, and we'll see you in a month.
My did I ever tell you about my first communion photos?
Nope.
It was we went to Best Cuts, not Great Clips, Best Cuts, and it was like the woman's first time cutting a child's hair.
Mm.
And she kept screwing it up and kept going shorter and shorter. And my mom, like, it was in Palmertown Mall.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom left me at the Best Cuts to go run some errands. And, like, when she came back, they'd, like, pretty much shaved my head.
Jesus.
And I mean, I have long hair now, but I always liked having hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, like, sitting in the chair just crying.
Oh, God.
And then, like, she had to be like, no, it doesn't look that bad. And in all my first communion photos, I just have a completely, like, shaved head. And I'm just like,
Just a buzz cut?
yeah, it's real bad.
I like a buzz cut. I used to rock a buzz cut.
Really?
Yeah. You knew me when I did it.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, let's move on. What do you got for us
That
this
was like
week,
when I
Hotshot?
That was when I first met you. I completely forgot about it.
I had a shaved head in New York a year ago.
No
for
way.
months. Months and months and months and months and months.
Well, that's how hair grows.
You suck. All right, cool.
This is a mean
How do you
episode.
forget?
I don't know. I'm not looking at your hair that much.
Okay,
You remember when I had short hair?
I do.
That's
Vividly.
crazy. You're
Yeah.
crazy.
I notice things.
I notice things too, but like, you know, different things.
Okay. All right. Were you looking at my eyes?
Yeah, obviously. Those baby browns.
Those baby brown, they're like black as shit. Dude.
Yeah.
They're black as night. What are you doing this week?
What
I
am
know
do-
you got a lot.
What do you mean?
What are you doing
What am I doing this
this
week?
week?
Going to Cleveland.
Ah.
Yeah, the big city, as it's called. The Plum.
How long are you gonna be there?
About a week and some change.
You doing any shows these fuckers can come check you out at?
I would go to Old 86 or Secret Society.
There you go.
Yeah.
Big plugs. Old 86 and Secret. Where's Secret Society at? Do you know which one?
Dude, it's not going to be at the Mayhall's apartment, which is a bummer. I love that room.
I
but
do like that room.
They're doing, what's that restaurant? Shit.
Is it the fancy one?
Yeah.
I had the best steak there.
It's like, oh man, they had like the rum ham sandwich that I fell in
Mhm.
love with. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I had a $200 tomahawk there.
Damn, this is going to drive me nuts because I actually like that restaurant. I can't believe it.
Mm.
Dude, I think is this just this episode has just been a sign that my memory is going bad.
Your whole body's going bad, dog.
No, I
Yeah,
have
your back-
literally one of my notes is my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your body's falling apart, dude.
There's so many photos from like the show yesterday where I'm standing,
Mm-hmm.
like when I was on stage, I tweaked my back yesterday and it hurt to stand up straight. But if I put my arm up real high and like prop it, it would relieve some of the pain.
Mhm.
So like all the photos of me on stage last night, because I was trying to keep the energy high, are also like me holding my back.
Nice.
It's such a bad look.
That is a bad look.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fun look, though.
But I just look like a sassy like trailer park
Yeah.
mom. Yeah.
I mean, you should probably get used to doing it because, I mean, you're 30. And
31.
Yeah, your body, backs don't get better. So, like,
But
if
it
you're
goes
doing
away.
that
It comes
now-
and goes.
Yeah,
I've had
but
it
I'm
for-
saying it's going to come more often as you get older. So I think maybe you should just
Hell yeah,
adopt
all I heard
that.
is come more often.
There you go.
Yeah.
You should adopt that as your stand-up style and just be like a more sassy version of yourself and just do it. And then, like, when your back does hurt, no one will fucking know. And then you're just up there, hurt back and all.
Start doing catchphrases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just protect your, you know what I mean? And then, I don't know.
Like after every story, I just end like I put the sass up and then I go, and that's what I think about that.
Exactly.
And then the last time, my last joke,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, I'll say it, and then I'll be like, 'cause that's. And then that's the crowd.
Mhm.
They'll say, what you think about that? And I'll go, thanks, Joe. I'm Joe
Yeah.
Briggs. I'm out.
And I said to him, I'll slap your mama.
Oh, that'd be a good
Yeah,
catchphrase, dude.
uh-huh.
I'll slap your
If
mama.
you just said, like, you're like
Dude.
at the grocery store and you're like, and she said, do you want to donate $1 to the kids? I said, I'll slap your mama.
I'll slap your mama.
I'll slap Obama's mama.
A couple of these, a couple of like, I'll slap your mama. Hit the mic in your leg.
You're going to have to destroy a few mics in your career if you're going to do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You're going to have to bring a super strong one on the road with
Yeah.
you. Otherwise, they're not going to book you.
yeah. I did that hit way too hard.
Yeah.
Um,
You start slamming that, dude.
dude,
Dude, that's actually good. You slap, and that's a joke you could slap your mama to.
and then my dad's like, you finally figured out comedy, because he just wanted a catchphrase kid the whole time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's just like, you're right. I'm going to slap your mama. No.
If I came home like next time, like this week when I got home, and I was like, Dad, I've got a puppet, and I'm gonna do ventriloquist jokes. I think he'd cry. He'd be like, yes.
Yeah, and they're all going to be slightly racist. and
Yeah, but you can get away with it
stereotypical.
because it's the puppet.
Exactly. It was the puppet, Your Honor. It was the puppet. He's crazy.
Your Honor, the puppet killed O.J. Simpson's wife.
Your Honor, the guy sits around with a hand up his ass all day. You're really going to trust a word he says?
You're gonna trust this motherfucking puppet?
Mm.
what
That's
I'm
crazy.
saying.
You're like building your puppet at home, like one of the first. You got to like make sure it fits first.
Yeah,
That's a good feeling. That probably is nice. Like when you do, like if you're a puppet, is it like you're like a Geppetto, and you finally get like the right puppet, and you're like, that's a good fucking puppet.
you're Pinocchio.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like, I have figured out a good fucking puppet, and then it comes to life and it lies a lot.
Yeah, and its nose makes no sense.
God, what a crazy, crazy time.
What a crazy world we live in. And there's a talking cricket.
What do you think would be something that would be actually really cool if that happened when people lied? Like if it happened
Oh.
every single time and it was very obvious. Like so, if
Do you
If
want a
people
joke
lied-
answer or an honest answer?
I always want an honest answer.
Just consequences.
What do you mean?
Like, I wish that when people lied, they just didn't get away with it, and they, like, immediately... I wish that every time someone lied, they just got caught, and then they had to face the music. I feel like everybody, like, it's too easy to lie nowadays, and you just get away with it. I wish that when you lied, you had to face some sort of consequence. I don't
That's what I'm
care
saying.
what it
What
is.
do you think the consequence should be? Do you think like, you know what I mean? Do you want it to be like consequences, or do you want it to be like if you're in a like no matter what, when some like let's say like no matter what, your left ear turns red when you lie. So like if you were in a conversation with someone and you're like talking to them and they're like doing this, you know what I mean? Like it's just something like, what if we developed something like that? Like if like the human body evolved to do that,
Oh, if the human
You-
body evolved, yeah.
or yeah, consequences too. But that's just like that's what do you know what I mean? What's the consequence of a lie
I
for
wish
being like I'll be home at 10 and you get home at
I got
10:30?
it. I wish that some variation of this phrase. So if you lie,
Mm-hmm.
and it's depending on the severity of the lie, is how severe the phrase comes. It's almost like Tourette's in a way, where like let's say, give me an example of a lie. Like what is?
I'm gonna be home at 10 o'clock.
And you're home at 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just like if you know you're not going to be home at 10 o'clock,
Mhm.
then you have to when you say it, you have to be like I'm going to be home at 10 o'clock. You know you're lying, and then you
Mhm.
just go I'm a piece of shit.
Okay.
But then like if it's a bigger lie, like if you're like I was hanging out with the boys last night, but you were really like cheating around on your girl or something, you'll be like I was with the boys last night. I'm a big piece of shit. I'm a huge piece of shit. Like you have to say it.
Okay.
And the worse the lie is, the more you, like hammer that.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool if, like, when you told a lie, you had like Tourette's where like you blurt out the truth. So you're like, I'm gonna be home at I'll be home at 10 o'clock. The GPS says 10:30.
GPS
And
says
you're like,
10:30.
fuck. Yeah, like that would be awesome if you just like if your body couldn't resist blurting out the truth after you lie. Like you're allowed to lie, and like yeah, there's gonna be pieces of shit that'll like keep lying,
Yeah.
even though they're gonna blurt out the truth after. But you gotta think a lot of people would, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would, you know what I mean? Picking up chicks at the bar would be harder.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I have a 6-figure up. Does 6 figures include the 2 zeros? That's the pennies and this change.
You're the most beautiful woman I've ever met, Horseface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you might end up saying something nice. You're like, no, I don't even like her. I love her. You
That'd be
never
a
know.
nightmare.
Yeah, you never know. That could
That'd be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, that would be crazy, dude.
And then she's like this. She's like, you can't say I love you right away.
I do wish like maybe like the left ear turning red would be really cool.
Yeah.
Because that would be really cool. Just be talking to someone and then, like you're like talking to your boss and your ears just fucking firing up and he's like, "You gotta go.
The only
Get
reason
the fuck out."
The only reason I don't like that though is like look at me right now, dude. My left ear turns red. You're not gonna see it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. People like in court would be like,
Expose the ear.
"Yeah, you wouldn't even have to."
The
Do
ceremony.
the whole Bible, yeah. You would literally just expose your ear,
And they like put a hair clip in.
They check it for makeup, and then they would, and then you just go, dude.
That's so sick. The bailiff is like, he's good.
Yeah,
He's clear.
You'd have people like trying to cut off the circulation to their right ear to be like, no, both my ears are always like this.
Yeah.
I would try and think of something. You got to
I
get away
would-
with it. Getting pulled over by the cops would be a fucking
Dude,
nightmare.
Picasso your ear. Just cut it off.
There'd be people just done, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, there's so much shit you couldn't get away with if you get not even just the little things. Damn, that sucks.
Do you know how fast you were going?
Yeah, you just blurt it out. You'd be like, yeah. How fast? 40, 75.
40-75.
Damn.
Sorry, did you say 40 or 75?
I said you're a dick. I said 75.
I said 75.
You're like you could still
I said
be
you're a dick.
a piece of shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're still. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I was just curious. We brought it up.
No, I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like thinking about
Any
stuff.
consequence would be nice.
Yeah. What's the consequence? Like
Or
I
like-
said, like I mean, they
like-
could be small to big. Yeah,
But even the ear thing I'm saying leads to a consequence, so I like that. Like
that's a
anything
consequence. Yeah,
that like, yeah, I don't know.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
There's too many. You know what I was reading about today? That's kind of like just maybe along the same lines a little bit. I just think you'll maybe think is interesting.
What's that?
Is when the Titanic sunk, there were a couple like millionaires on board. One of them had like a private lifeboat, I think even, and one of them I think was like owned Macy's,
Okay.
but it was like a husband wife and then another billionaire, and like when the ship started going down, they just chose to not get on lifeboats because they were like, the men were like, I'm men. And then the wife of the one guy was like, well, I'm going to stay with my husband till the end.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, they had like all these like morals. And everyone on Reddit was like, bro, if that happened today, Jeff Bezos would be like, I own this lifeboat. I own every lifeboat.
Yeah. How old were they?
I don't know.
Were they like older and they're like, fuck it, let's just die?
I
That's
think-
weird to go. You're not the captain. You don't unless you don't have to go down with the ship.
No, but it was that thing where it was like women and children first.
Oh, they gave up their boat.
Yes.
Oh, I thought they were like, don't drop the boat. We're just gonna
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, save it.
Like they were like,
no one right. If we don't, we're gonna die. Okay. That's pretty heroic.
The one guy, they were like, to put his wealth in perspective, he could have like, he had enough money to buy 20 Titanics.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, whoa.
It is wild that someone sees someone do something nice and immediately thinks, yeah, well, Jeff Bezos is a piece of shit. It's like the story is, hey, these people did something nice, and someone goes, Bezos would never. And you're like, well, that's not really what this was about.
The whole thing was just like,
it was about
people used to have stricter morals and stuff, and it's like, if something like that happened nowadays, I don't think dudes would be like, women and children first. I think a lot of dudes would be like, I'm getting a fucking lifeboat.
I think it depends on the.
I take P90X.
I think it depends on the men. It depends on the women. Yeah, I think it just depends. I mean, like
if a Carnival cruise goes down,
like what kind of millionaires were they before? Like, were they like generous? Were they like decent? Were they like? Because Jeff Bezos is different. Like he's an outlier in all the ways. So like he's probably a monster.
Oh yeah,
but he also built us a big clock.
He probably pulls out a gun.
Yeah, exactly. But I like sometimes those millionaires. You know what I mean? Like I can imagine like. Maybe not now because he's not super old, but Mark Cuban at the end of his life giving up a lifeboat.
Yeah.
Cuban gives up the boat. Who's that guy that used to own the Clippers? He's not giving up the boat.
Donald Sterling?
Donald Sterling's not giving up the boat, dude. He's getting on that boat.
Dude, he's the worst.
And he's going to police who's allowed to get on that boat, too.
Did you see like it's so funny. It was like an Austin, because you know how they're making that TV show about Donald Sterling?
Mm-hmm.
They were interviewing Austin Rivers because Lawrence Fishburne's playing Doc Rivers.
Okay.
And Austin Rivers was just like kind of complaining about how Lawrence Fishburne, he was like, my dad's not the most in shape guy, but he's not like Lawrence Fishburne. And it's just like, that's what you're.
Yeah. And Lawrence Fishburne's he's lost it a little bit. So, you know, he's older. You let him gain a little weight. And it's
he's
not
a great
about
actor,
how,
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like.
He's going to portray him as he's allowed to be a little heavier. Jesus.
You'd think that you'd just be pumped that Lawrence Fishburne was playing your dad, is what I'm saying. But instead he's like, that fat fuck?
Yeah, but you probably want Denzel.
Dude, fucking.
I'd want Denzel, dude. The story of my life?
I'd love it if Morpheus played me.
Yeah, dude. You get Denzel to play like... Oh, no, I'm talking about
Morpheus
Denzel Washington.
Yeah, no, Morpheus. That's Lawrence Fishburne, dog.
I want Denzel. If I was in... I think Denzel would be a good Doc Rivers.
All right.
Matthew McConaughey as Doc Rivers.
Timothy Chalamet as Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Uh-huh. The Rock playing Austin Rivers.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Kevin Hart is playing Donald Sterling.
Blake Griffin.
It's Donald Sterling?
Dude, no. The Rock is Chris Paul and Kevin Hart's Blake Griffin.
Yeah. Throwing up alley-oops opposite, dude.
Yeah.
Man, talking about teams, I mean, we're not a sports pod, but Chris Paul's been on a lot of teams that stopped at like the Western Conference Finals. And at some point,
he's been in a lot of teams that didn't even get to the Western Conference Finals.
That's true.
Those Clippers teams underperformed every year. I think they only got to the Western Conference Finals one time, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That people take like these shit. They're like, "Oh, we fucking suck at drafting," and then they'll like get two good guys in free agency, and you're like, "Well, the rest of the team's still all those shit bags you drafted,
yeah,
and they can't play because you didn't draft right." And then you just stick a couple all stars in, and you're like, "Rings? Anyone want to win us some rings?"
Those teams were so good. They had like those two, DeAndre Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who?
They just had two of the most injury-prone NBA players of all time. And every time they would get to the playoffs, either Chris Paul or Blake Griffin was out. It's just like every season one of them got hurt. Sucked.
Who's that dude from Ohio State that actually was like injured right away when he got drafted? He was going to be like a stud. He's like a center. His foot
Greg Oden?
Yeah, Greg Oden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude went down. That sucks.
He had like just...
He looked 70.
Yeah, that he had like it just fully like it was like a degenerative knee disorder that it's just you can't do anything for, and so it's just always going to get worse. And when you're 7 feet tall and 300 pounds, you don't want to have a degenerative knee disorder. I
No.
don't know. It was a bummer because when he played, he was so good.
Yeah, I'm 5'8". I want a degenerative knee disorder.
No, you don't, dog.
I need one.
Was that a pun?
Haha.
Was that a pun?
No. I don't do that.
Sorry.
Dude, you hear about
You don't. You did it though. You just did it.
Yeah, but I did it on accident and I didn't do it on purpose, so it's not like so the thing would be no pun intended.
Oh, such a good pun though.
I got nothing.
I know it's like a very funny thing to
I
me.
don't know.
It was funny. What you got?
What do you got, dog?
I just asked you, dog.
What do you got, dog? I started. I had some shit, but to be honest, I did read. This is funny because we're interested in the. I am. I want all this to just explode,
Wait,
all
what?
the civilization and everything.
Oh, you want like? No.
I could go for like a real life apocalypse, and I think
No.
so. There's jobs are starting now. You know how we're talking about AI and like. There's jobs that are going to fall off.
Yeah.
The first ones are gone. Freelance writing and stuff just took like the biggest like job cut or whatever that was on like the news and the Reddit. Yeah. So it's starting.
Good.
It's starting fast. Yeah. So yeah, like all those jobs that people were just sitting around at home trying to like make a little money on doing
Gone.
wiped out. So I think like we're in a good spot. I really just want us to start trusting AI with codes, nuclear codes, security. You know what I mean? Like, just give it permission, and yeah, I'm interested. When do you want the fall of man to happen?
I don't. But
we were talking about your bad back and your body and your
ideally
you
it's
have a hernia.
Yeah, September 4th is when I get the hernia fixed, so ideally it's after that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Maybe even once I get my wisdom teeth out, if I'm being honest.
Nice.
Get the mouth, get the whole body fixed up, and then the fall of man happens. That'd be
fixed up.
Yeah.
Do you think if we really are like just a planet of like bodies and vessels for aliens to take over and like they get our bodies, like they say? Do you think your alien's mad? Like right now, like you were just like sick for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then
I still sound like shit.
You're coming out of it, and then your back goes.
Yep.
And then, like, before you got sick, you got hernia. So it's like, do you think...
And also, my mouth is too small for all my teeth.
Do you think your alien's upset?
Yeah, he's like, my alien...
Or what do you think you did in a past life to get this body? Like, if...
I mean, all things considered, it's doing fine.
Your body?
Could be way worse, yeah. I got friends that are our age that have Crohn's. Like, no offense, like... That's way worse.
It's worse, yeah.
All my stuff's fixable.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little arthritis in my foot. That's it, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that you can't fix.
So those things, yeah, but they're just going to keep adding up.
Yeah, but same with your body.
I'm good.
Oh, no.
What?
No, dog. It's coming.
What?
Like a freight train.
I'm 6 years older.
Hey, dog. That's what I'm saying.
You're younger than me telling me what it's going to be like when I get older. I'm telling you what it should be like as you get older.
Chronologically, am I younger than you? Yes. But on a universal scale, I've lived 1,000 lives. It's coming. I didn't have anything, so I needed to think of something.
I was going to say...
Not a bad answer for, like, not having any comeback whatsoever.
I'll get ready for whatever you think you're predicting.
Yeah.
But I think being a maniac in my 20s about working out was probably the best thing I've ever done for myself.
Really?
Yeah. I think being really dumb and just, like, working out through my mid-20s until, like, a couple years ago was... I think it's going to pay off.
But I worked out, like, pretty diligently until I was, like, 27. And it didn't. It's done nothing.
Worked out how? Like with heavy weights, 4 or 5 days a week doing cardio?
It was mostly cardio. I used to run a lot.
You need muscle.
But I would. I would do, I had a gym. When I lived in Parma, the gym was right by my house. So I'd go like 3 or 4 times a week.
I say we clear this place out. We just get weights in
Free
here,
weights.
start steroids, and then
Get
we could go.
What's that called? The bubble gut?
Yeah, we can go out on the road as the steroid boys.
Roid boys?
Yeah, roid boys.
And
Roid
if you-
boys hit the road. Roid boys, road boys.
We get so strong that if you're in the front row and you don't laugh at one of our jokes, have you ever seen Patrick Swayze's Roadhouse?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't laugh, they rip your throat out.
Mm-hmm. Walk around and police the room, just jacked as fuck shirtless.
Yeah.
We'll do like Burt Kreischer type shit, except we'll just be jacked as fuck shirtless.
No, so when you're on stage, I'm walking around jacked as fuck.
Yeah.
And if someone doesn't laugh, I slam their head into the
Yeah.
table, and then we switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if people like sit there the whole time and they continue to not laugh, we kidnap them after the show and never mind.
Grind them up, and then we turn them into protein
Honestly,
shakes.
I'm
and eat
like,
'em.
God, we're
Yeah.
so strong. We could do whatever we want. Like, I was like, there were so many ideas because we're so physically much stronger than everybody in the crowd. I can't even say it on camera what we would end up doing because, I mean, imagine two Homelanders walking around a comedy show trying to make you laugh.
You know, it's like really fun. You know how The Rock is strong?
Yeah.
He has it in his contract that he is not allowed to lose in a movie. Like, he can't be on the losing side in a movie.
He can't lose the second time.
Yeah,
He has
ultimately
he has
to
to have
be
a
the winner.
redemption arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, it'd be so funny if every comedy club, our contract says they have to laugh.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, they're like, what's your riders? It's like, we want green M&Ms in the green room, and they have to laugh. They have to love us.
And if I show up, whatever I show up as the next time, I am the next step up. And then if I'm already headlining, it's double every time.
Yeah.
Or else.
Double headline.
Yeah. Dude.
I know, right? That'd be a good deal.
God. Can you imagine if there was like a superhuman ability like in The Boys? They just like, since there's like a smartest person in the world, there's just like a funniest person in the world.
Yeah.
And there's like just someone who's like everyone laughs at and like they just get it.
Get it.
They just get it. They push the line just enough.
Do you know what's like a weird episode of television that stuck with me that's like what you're saying?
What?
You ever watch that show, The Fairly Odd Parents? My brother
Mhm.
used to watch. So it's like a kid that's got fairy godparents, but like there's one episode where he wishes he could be the funniest person,
Okay.
but it doesn't make him funnier. All it does is it makes people find what he says funnier. So he's saying things that are like not fun. Like what was your pun earlier? On accident?
The knee?
Yeah.
Something with the knee?
You'll be like, oh,
I need it.
I need that. But like he'd do it on purpose and people would like lose their minds laughing. And
Ah.
then like he's even like, I'm not that funny. And people like laugh at him saying he's not that funny. And it's just like, for being a kid show, I was like, man, they nailed that.
They did.
They Twilight Zone that episode.
It's
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Careful what you wish for.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, there was my brother had like a friend who like people used to, like he didn't like when people just like laughed at random shit. He's very like serious for like a 13-year-old. But he would tell like a joke where it was like obviously I'm just going to make something up, but
Yeah.
he would say like, why did the chicken cross the road? And you'd be like, why? He'd be like, because onions don't wear T-shirts. And then he'd start laughing.
Oh,
and then,
my bad. He was just Casey Rocket.
yeah, so like no, like then you would just like start like laughing or whatever, and he'd be like, "What are you laughing at?" And you'd be like, "Cause onions don't wear T-shirts." And he'd be like, "Well, it's not a joke. What are you laughing at?" And then you would just like straighten you
Fuck
the
you
fuck
up.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be like, "Well, I was just," and you're like younger than him, so you're like, "I'm just trying to like fit in." And he's like, "Yeah,
Where's
I
the
don't-
joke?
What are you doing?" He's like, "What was the joke?" And you're like, "Cause
That's like such a good thing too. To
onions
like
don't," and then you're just destroyed
when
as a
you're-
kid.
when you're trying to think too, and they do the thing where they like slap you in the face a little bit. And they're like, "What's the joke?" And you're like, "I don't know." And they give you the little slap. You know what I mean?
No, what?
I just thought you know what I'm talking about.
I don't. What are you talking about? When people slap you around?
Like in the Italian mob movies when they're trying to answer and they're like, answer
yeah.
the fucking
I
question.
thought you were
answer the
talking about
fucking
that's how
question."
you were raised. I was
No,
like, what the fuck
no.
are you talking about, dog? That's amazing.
No, when they're like, "What's funny about the joke? What's funny?" And they just give you the little slap.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little pesky in your life.
Exactly. And they're like,
Okay.
"Explain the joke."
I thought you were like
Yeah.
me and my brother sitting around just fucking
Slapping
Joe
each other,
Pesci
yeah.
each other. Dude, me and my brother just sitting down like a dinner, like during the movie Heat.
Oh, dude,
If you fuck up, I'm gonna have to kill you.
that movie's so
Yeah,
long,
well.
but it's worth it.
It's such a good
So
movie.
good, dude.
It's so good, but the end of the fight, the whole like fight scene at the end
It's crazy.
with like the shadows and stuff. It's like there's multiple times he had the drop on Pacino.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like he just like doesn't take it, and you're like, oh well, this is obvious that Pacino's gonna win, but yeah, he could have killed that man
like
a few
twice.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
It
you're
is-
like, okay,
they could have done it for how good the movie is. They could have done that scene better.
yeah.
Yeah,
But really good, regardless. It's like one of those things too. We like judge it because like they've used like the shadows and stuff in other movies and
and
the drama of the planes. But it's like they did it.
That's like the whole
Really well.
robbery with the alleyway shootout too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the plot of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah,
It's crazy how that scene's been parodied like a shit ton
Mhm.
too. Yeah,
no, it makes sense. It's a classic story, dude. You
Yeah.
rob an armor. You know what I mean? Like you get away and things go wrong, and
there's even like, did you play Red Dead Redemption 2?
mm-hmm.
There's like a bank heist in that movie that even feels like the heat a little
Yeah.
bit. It's crazy. Yeah,
It's great,
it's just with horses.
dude. If I robbed a bank, I don't know what I would do if shit started going wrong.
You know what I'd do?
Huh?
I'd pretend to be one of the people in the bank. You know?
Nice. Have like your felon outfit
Yeah.
and just like tear it off, and then just have like regular clothes and act scared.
And then no, I'd go in the bathroom stall and pretend like I was shitting the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah. And then when the cops come in, I'll be like, "Oh, don't shoot!" Like Hans Gruber when he's like, "No, don't shoot, please."
So you
Remember that scene
no. Which one was that?
in Die Hard? There's a scene where they like
Is it 2 or 1?
one Hans
Oh.
Gruber, dude. There's a scene where John McClane finds him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the main bad guy,
Yeah.
and he's got the German accent and everything. But
Yeah.
there's just like he finds him, and he does like it's Alan Rickman, so he's got a perfect American accent,
Mhm.
but he just goes, "No, don't shoot, please, don't shoot." And he's wearing a suit, so he just pretends to be an employee of the place.
Huh.
And they're like together. Dude, it's such a Die Hard's so good.
Die Hard is good.
Yeah.
I just forget a lot of it. I know Smoke 'em if you got 'em, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in so long.
Dude, I watch it me and my brother still watch it like every Christmas.
Mm.
It's pretty solid.
Make it a Christmas.
Yeah.
Make it a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
The old Christmas
The old Christmas film.
argument.
Yeah.
Is it a Christmas movie?
You know what we didn't talk about?
What?
Hot Dog Island
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Hot
yeah,
Dog Island
for the masses.
fucked you up.
Dude, Hot Dog Island, that's where I started coming down sick.
This-
For like round 2 of this flu.
What was it? The Cyclone? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I went on the Twist 'em Up, the Cyclone, and when you're not feeling good and you've just eaten 2 hot dogs and 3 churros,
Mm-hmm.
Cyclone's not the move.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you feel pretty bad.
Yeah.
Hurts your guts.
I would venture to say that the 2 hot dogs and 3 churros is probably on your way to a rough day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was on me, too, because we like established we were looking for the Cyclone, and then I saw churros and was like, nice.
Yeah, we literally all ate and then like walked around for a minute to wear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But they were good hot dogs. Nathan's
The
knocked it out
churros
of the park. I
weren't
liked
good.
it.
Churros weren't good.
No,
No.
it's hard to find good churros. They harden up too fast.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
like when
exactly
they're too hard.
That's
Yeah,
why.
exactly. Especially like the street vendor ones, you can
Yeah.
never trust them. They're never going to be perfect. Ugh, and you got to get them shorter because the longer they are, like by the time you get to the bottom again, they're not good.
Yeah, what's with these XL churros? Just make like a bunch of small ones, make them better.
Exactly.
There's like a place when my high school buddies were in town. We were walking around, and it's like just somewhere in Manhattan. It's just a little churro store. Not that big one that's a drug front. You know the one I'm talking about in the white building?
Mm-mm.
Oh, there's like in like the lower, I think it's Lower East Side, on like a major intersection. I think it's just called Churro.
Okay.
And it's this giant, it's like a giant storefront that only sells churros and coffee. And like everyone on the internet's like, on like the New York Reddit is like, this is clearly a drug front. Like this is like a money laundering business.
Have you been in there?
Yeah, it's pretty solid churros.
Okay. Well, you got to make money somehow. If you need a little fake store in the front, so you
Yeah.
can sell fucking drugs out of the back.
I think it's literally just called churros. If you saw a photo, I think you'd recognize it. But
Where is it at?
fuck, I'm so bad with streets.
Is it Manhattan or is it?
It's Manhattan, but it's like the Lower East Side. It's like it's kind of by Katz's Deli.
Okay.
Is that East Village or Lower East Side? I don't know. I don't get the boroughs yet. Wait, that's not a borough.
I know.
What is that? What's the word for that?
So those are just like different parts of town. So like there's like obviously like Midtown, and then like Fi-Di is down at the bottom,
And like
and
Chelsea.
then you have Chelsea like lower bottom, like upper part of Fi-Di goes into like Chelsea area,
But what's the
and then
word?
Midtown, and then it's the upper west, east side, upper east. It's literally just goes like that based on like I think
Yeah.
like Central Park.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the word for like what those are called? Is there one?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, because I said boroughs, and the boroughs is the 5 boroughs.
Mhm.
But I'm like, are those neighborhoods? They're just called neighborhoods.
I think so. Yeah,
Maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, neighborhoods.
Because we're in Bed-Stuy. Bed-Stuy.
El Churro.
Yeah, it's a big white building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
El Churro, big white building. This one?
yeah. Yeah. That's a huge storefront for churros, right?
Ah,
Dude,
not really.
you don't think so?
No, because it looks like they got a storefront to make and eat, and then you have the right side is for eating, like dining in.
Yeah, but who's like, you know what I need for a meal?
Oh, fucking nobody. The place sits
That's
empty
what I'm
most
saying.
of the time, yeah. No, they either that or they got a good fucking deal and they don't know what to do with it.
If they
And they're like,
yeah.
they thought they were getting like a little churro stand business, like a corner thing, and then they got this and they were like, well, now we have to sell drugs out of
Yeah.
the back. Yeah, you never know. Maybe they were trying to do the right thing, but this looks like they definitely are in over their heads and have to sell crack.
Yeah, I mean, like that storefront, you know what I'd put in there? A panini press. You'd make money hand over fist.
Mm-hmm.
But just churros is insane. Like, dude, that's millions of dollars of real estate, and they're like, yeah, let's sell some sugar bread,
Mm-hmm.
some sugar breadsticks,
You never know.
dude.
You never know. You charge enough, dude. You get enough suckers in there every day. Figure out what rent is. See if you can get a good deal.
I want to get some of those famous New York City churros.
Pay your employees dog shit so you
Yeah.
can keep the profit. Put a tip jar, keep it for yourself as
For
the owner.
yourself, yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
dude.
Just do illegal wage practices.
There's ways to make money.
Just, hey, dude, hey, we share the tips here, and then you just don't share them with anybody. You just keep all the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sick.
Never share if you're a server.
Dude.
Only if you're bartending. Never share tips as a server. There's some lazy pieces of shit out there. Lazy assholes. Dude.
Wait. Can you elaborate on that? So you're saying if you're a bartender, you share tips, but if you're a server, you don't?
I'm saying I think that's usually the better system. Bartenders, if you're like working together,
Yeah.
like let's say like
Oh, you mean like pool tips? Like
Yeah.
between all the bartenders, all the servers? Yeah.
yeah, like
that'd be
servers should never pull tips.
Yeah, that's awful.
Bartenders should. Like if you're bartending like a big bar, I mean like the system's usually one person like is mostly better at making drinks, so they're gonna make most of the drinks for the whole place.
good. Yeah.
And the other person is feeling like talking to people, so they'll do that. So it's like that person can't just go around and talk to everyone and make all the money, and then the other
Yeah.
person's. So it works out. I think if you just fucking have two people, you split it. Buffalo Wild Wings did not do it that way.
Whoa.
So when I was working there, it was like every man for themselves. So like a bartender would be like, "That's my guest." Okay, then like if they're making a drink and they got to go greet someone to make money, they're not making your fucking drink anymore. So they have it real backwards. I don't think you'll ever get real good service at a Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'd never have. Buffalo Wild Wings. If you want to spend too much money and have just a straight up bad time, check it out.
Also, it's perpetual. So like people who go in there, like now it's just never going to be better because the people that go in there are like expecting bad service. So like they get bad service because those people like are expecting bad tips and then they get bad tips. So
Dude.
it's just like, so now the servers are jaded, the people that come in, and it's like, it'll never, you know what I mean? That's crazy.
Dude, like you're talking about it, I have never been to a B-dubs where I've like genuinely had a good time.
Oh,
They're always bad.
I used to really like one in Aurora, Ohio. It was down the street. It was like a brand new one though. But I worked at a restaurant down the street, and they were open super late. So like we would get out of our restaurant and go down to their restaurant, and it was different because like
Yeah.
we're all restaurant employees. You know what I mean? I'm getting like $2 drinks. So I've had that one was cool. But in general, they're dog shit. They're just like little fucking. There's no requirement to serve there.
Dude. So I just remembered my brother. Dude, there was like the Rocky River had a B-dubs.
Mm-hmm.
My brother's ex-girlfriend
That's not
worked
bad,
there. Yeah. My brother's ex-girlfriend worked there, and I used to work at that, like, I was right down the street on Center Ridge. And so I went there for lunch one day, and she was, like, our waitress, and it was after they'd broken up.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I don't know. I don't think we've talked about this on the pod. It was after she broke up with my brother. I ordered, like, a dozen boneless wings. And then when she brought it out, she gave me 2 dozen. And she was like, no, like, you need to eat more than that. Like, you're, I know you're this and that. And I was like, oh, thanks. Like, I thought she was giving me an extra 12 wings. And then when the check came, she charged me for the 12 wings. And I was like, oh, you're... And she was like, yeah, I got to charge you for them. You ate them. And I was just like, fuck you, dude.
That's a good move.
Like...
No. You need these. And you're like, wow, okay. Well, I guess I'm going to be a big, strong boy today.
Yeah.
And then you get charged.
And then I was like, I knew she got me, too, because I was like, what am I going to do? Complain to the manager and be like, I didn't order those? And he was going to be like, you ate all 12? I was like, what a dick move, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's not like there's, like, cameras or like, you know what I mean, mic'd up. You can't be like, I fucking listen to the tape. I did not order these. Dude, you know what I hate, speaking of, like, restaurants and bars? When I go somewhere and, like, they use the word, like, tall for double instead of tall for, like, more Coca-Cola. Like, I went to, like, a bar, and, like, I always say, like, if I want, like, a double of something, it's, like, a double in a tall glass.
Yeah.
But, like, you'll go somewhere, you'll be like, I just want, like a single shot in, like, a tall glass. But then they'll be like, do you want short or tall? And you'll be like, tall? And then you get the check, and it's like they charged you literally for, like, a double. And then you're like, no, I wanted...
single.
More Coca-Cola in my glass.
Yeah.
So I could, That one...
That pisses me off, too.
That one really fucking gets me. It's small, but it ends up, like, at the end of the night, you're like, oh, that's why I'm hammered.
Yeah.
You're like, I am fucked up.
Yeah.
And then they charge you for it. For a simple misunderstanding. And then you're drunk. So what are you going to do? Explain your way out of it? Drunk? To a sober bartender who's like, you continuously ordered these. And you're like, but I didn't understand.
And it's a place that has a bar, so there's realistically a bouncer working too.
Exactly.
So you're like, oh, well, here's my card.
Yeah. I will be back to talk about this when I'm sober.
Yep. And then you never show your face there again?
Fuck no, dude.
Yeah.
You lit a cigarette in the bathroom. You can't go back there. You can't do that.
You lit a cigarette in the bathroom.
Dude, you know what?
Have you ever done that? Have you lit a cigarette in the bathroom?
No, you know what my big thing used to be? And I think I used to like take pictures of it too. I used to do 2 really weird things at different times in my life. When I was in like college age, I used to like to go in the bathroom. And when I was like real drunk, I would just like take peas in the trash. And
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was my thing. I was just like, I was very wasted to do it. And then when I got older, I stopped obviously pissing in trash cans. But I started hiding everything when I would go in the bathroom or like moving it. Like all like whenever there's like a sink brush, I like to put that in the ceiling if I can. Or like all the toilet paper that's in there, you put it in the ceiling. Or I take stuff from there. Like if there's like nice toilet paper and I have my backpack, I always take toilet paper from places. Good. Yeah. So like if I have my backpack and I go into a bathroom and they have like a double ply anything, it's gonna be in our fucking bathroom.
Dude, you know what's
it's bad.
I mean, like like I was in you're college age, so we're adults now. We can talk about dumb stuff we've done.
Yeah, exactly.
But like. We went to like an apartment party at some dude that we fucking like he hated. He was just like a dick to girls that we were friends with. He was always like a piece of shit. And he had like a house party at his apartment and we like went for some reason. And I was like with the girls I was friends with. And like that night he was like being a dick to this girl we were friends with and like made her cry and she left. But like me and my friend Jackie were running the beer pong table, which so we like couldn't leave. But I went to the bathroom and I just remember thinking like, dude, this guy's an asshole. And then I just pissed like everywhere besides the toilet.
You have to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
That's how they learn.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like in the trash can, like on the floor. I pissed like they had one of those stands where it was like a roll of toilet paper and then 4 in the bottom. I just pissed all over the toilet paper.
Yeah. You piss straight down it. I used to do that. Yeah. That's one of my, like I said, dude, there's nothing more destructive than like pissing in a trash can, especially if they're like the kind that have like if they put bags in them. You're like, this is gonna be a nice treat for you.
But then like the thing that like killed me is like it's a college party, so there's obviously a line for the bathroom, and like as soon as I walk out, I'm just like, did somebody fuck that bathroom up? Like to like all the people in line, I'm like, dude, that place it's gross in there.
Your fucking ear would have been red. Dude.
Yeah, red as fuck.
And
then I just went back to like crushing college bros at beer pong. Yeah.
Yeah. Piss everywhere. You slip on your way out or something.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Because me and my friend Jackie would always play beer pong together,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just really good at. I was like okay at I like bouncing. I'm mischievous like that, but she was really good at shooting, and then I would just obviously get drunk and talk shit to people, and we'd kill because I feel like nobody talks shit at beer pong, and then you'd show up and I'd be like, oh, that's a cute shirt to like some frat bro.
Oh, I don't know, dude. People used to always talk shit. I pushed a kid through a window because he was talking shit about me.
Really?
At beer pong, yeah. Yeah, it was. We used to hang out at this kid Leif Loma's house, and his dad used to let us party. This was like after high school, but before we were all like 21.
Yeah.
We were in like a area kind of like this size, and it was like all glass, like a little patio thing, all glass
like an enclosure?
encased.
Yeah.
And we were all playing beer pong, and that's where it happened. And this is right when I got out of the Marines. He was like talking shit about me, and then he was like he wouldn't stop. And then he called me like the F word for gay people, and I was like, oh, absolutely fucking not, dude. And he kept going, and my one friend was like, come on, chill out. And then like he told me to chill because I was like, no, like you can't. He wants this. Like, he wants this level of aggression. I'm going to give it to him. And then he, like, said one more thing, and I just walked over the table. I was, like, super pissed off. I just fucking pushed him through, and he fell, like, through the back of, like, the glass.
Jesus.
And then, like, I ran out the door, and I just, like, told him to, like, keep talking. And I was like, let's keep going, dude. I was like that shit was so funny, dude. Like, I went out the door.
Using the door is so funny.
Yeah, no, like, I threw him through it. Like, I do like saying throw, but it was more of a push. In my younger days, I used to say throw.
Yeah, I
but
gotcha.
it is a push. So I walked around and then I had to apologize to his dad in the morning because we all stayed there. But then we told the kid our thing used to be you're too drunk, you got to go. So this kid, he was obviously wasted.
Yeah.
And he just got thrown, and he's like, get in your truck. Him and two of his buddies, they came back and tried to get their cooler, and my friend pulled the cooler out of the truck. He's like,
this is ours.
Yeah,
now.
he's like, this is ours now.
That's so sick.
And then the kid has to leave. He's like, you're too drunk, go home.
Yeah.
And then they left, and I had to apologize in the morning to him, and he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, man, I just lost it.
Dude, you know what I thought you were gonna say you did, and I was so hyped. Is you were you pushed him through the window, threw him through the window, and then you went and you used the door.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were gonna use the door and then be like, hey, there's a door over there.
Oh, if I was thinking straight,
yeah. Just add insult to injury. Just,
hey, bud.
Hey, buddy.
What the fuck are you doing?
You took the window? There's a door right there.
There's a door. It's faster.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. I just felt really bad. He looked, his legs were like that, and he's laying on his back, stunned,
yeah.
What the fuck just happened? And then I just walked
Nobody's
up, and
expecting to go through a window.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, you want to keep going, dude? It was probably one of the top 5 most upset I've ever been in my life.
Really?
Yeah, we were beating everyone, and that was his plan, was just to get in people's heads. And I was like, okay,
I get it.
I was like, all right.
I hate that I get it.
I was like, we won, but you're through a fucking window, and if you would have kept talking, your face would look different today.
How close?
That's how crazy.
How close have I come to that level of how mad he made you trash talking?
I mean, it was just the one time.
Just the one time.
And, yeah, I was very upset. Yeah.
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 That's so sick.
It was that one day. I was like, okay, big dog.
Yeah.
I was looking around for a window. I was like, fuck.
All these just have bars on them.
My kryptonite is drywall. I'm so weak here. Anyway.
And all the windows are barred up. So even if you throw me through it, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm just fucking defenseless in here, dude. And this was just square.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it was a wild time. But I get it now, too, especially. I'm like, yeah, it did fucking rile me up, dude.
Really?
I'm like, yeah, you won because you got me fucking amped, bro. Man. Yeah, those guys. But what a bitch getting pushed through a window. Just some nameless, faceless prick in my memory, basically.
So it's just
some kid from another town. It's wild.
It sucks that he's somewhere right now and he's a guy with a life, but to you, he's just a dude that went through a window always.
Always. He'll never be anything more. I could have ran into him somewhere. He could have run for office somewhere.
He could have come to a comedy show.
Yeah. I have no idea, but you know what I do know?
He went through a window. Hey, you could have taken the door.
He was face up, ass down.
Face.
He's about to get pounded, dude. Anyway,
we should
get out of here.
Foot up. He was ass down, dude.
We're just bragging about how strong we used to be.
He was ass down.
That's what I'm saying.
Face up, ass down?
Uh-huh. Because his ass was down.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I mean, if he was face down, ass up, we'd be having a different story.
Oh, no. He'd about to be fucked.
He'd about to be fucked. And that's a podcast you can slap
that's-
your mama to.
Oh, my back.
You sassy bitch.
Oh, my
No,
God.
we gotta go because this is
Yeah.
gonna be a long edit.
I leaned forward and my back. My vision went out.
Dang, dude, this is a good catch up.
Yeah.
All right.
Catch up.
Mustard on a beat.
Mustard
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
You're using ketchup, I'm using hot sauce. You know what my favorite flavor of hot sauce is?
They not like us.
Slap your mama.
Slap your mama.
That's an episode you can slap your mama to.
This is definitely an episode. This is an episode you should slap your mama to.
Well, happy Father's Day.
After I record this episode, I'm going to drive 512 miles and slap my mom in the fucking
Jesus.
face. And then drive back. That's how I'm going to spend my 2 days off.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to drive home. Hey, Mom, if you're listening to this on Thursday, the slap happened on Monday. This is why. Can you imagine my mom getting slapped in the face and then, like, 2 days later listening to the pod and being like, it was a fucking bit.
It was a bit.
It was a bit.
And then she's just like, and that's a bit you can slap your mama
yeah,
to.
She texted me, she's like, and that is a bit you could slap your mama to.
You've made one big mama real proud today.
Do you want to make a spin-off podcast called Slap
Slap
Your
Your
Mama?
Mama? Yeah, 100%.
I kind of do. I kind of want to get rid of Death Trap. I feel like Slap Your Mama might be a better podcast.
Yeah, the Slap Your Mama podcast.
All right, guys, tune in next week. We're going to start a new podcast that we're going to skip a lot on Wednesdays. We're going to do
Episode 1 of
Slap Your Mama. Death Trap.